Hi, my name's Greg from Castle Cameras, and today we're going to have a look at the new Sony A9 camera. So we've got the Sony A9 here. It's aimed to compete with the other flagships. So we've got the Nikon D5, the Canon 1DX Mark II here. It's got a very fast frame rate. It's got an even faster frame rate than the D5 and the 1DX. It shoots at 20 frames a second in full silent electronic shutter mode, and you can use shutter speeds up to 1/32,000th of a second. In addition to that, it's got 693 autofocus points, which is far more than either of these two cameras, and the autofocus point coverage covers across the whole frame, so you can frame things however you like without having to worry about running out of autofocus points. The A9 also has in-body image stabilization like the A7 Mark II cameras, which means that any lens that you use on it will automatically be image stabilized. New to the Sony A9 as well is that we've got dual card slots so that you can have a backup of any images that you're writing. We've got a even better battery which gives you up to 600 shots. The 20 frames a second, we have a buffer of over 240 raw images in one go, which is amazing. We can control the autofocus points either by the joystick on the back of the camera or using the touchscreen on the back to just select where you want to focus on the screen. Of course, unlike these other two cameras, we've got a full frame 4K video option on the A9. We can also shoot in high frame rates like 120 FPS in 1080p, giving us options for slow motion either in post or in the camera itself. With the Sony A9, you've also got all the usual professional connectivity. So you've got an Ethernet port, you've got Wi-Fi, you've got a USB connection. You've got a little gripper that connects to the side of the camera if you are using USB so that it doesn't keep falling out. So one of the great things about the A9 is that you can shoot at 20 frames a second with no blackout and completely silently, which is a little bit spooky when you first start using it. But if you imagine situations where that's going to be quite useful, so if you've ever seen a news conference, for example, where you hear all the clicking of the cameras, things like that, with the A9 you'll not hear any of that. Whether or not that's an advantage or a disadvantage depends on who's speaking, of course. So the A9 is also useful for lots of other situations where silent shooting is a bonus. So if you've got an animal or a bird that's going to react to the sound of the shutter, then the A9 is going to be brilliant for that because you're not going to have any shutter sound at all when you're taking the picture. Also, if the animal's moving and you want to track that, the amazing tracking capability of this camera, coupled with the silent shooting and no blackout, means that you can track it across the whole frame and get keeper rates that you just won't be able to get with the D5 and the 1DX Mark II. So you've heard me talk about it. Let's see what's in the box. I'm going to open this one up. So we've got a manual. I've got some Capture One Express. I've got a sort of A9 strap, battery charger. Got the little gripper I talked about earlier that lets you put the USB thing in there. Here's one of the new batteries. Really extends the battery life. And in here, we've got the beautiful Sony A9. We've also got a UK power cable. Two, longer one and a shorter one. Got a foreign one here, so if you're off travelling somewhere, then you can take one of those. We've also got a little sort of USB battery adapter, so you can put that inside the camera and use that as an adapter. So I'm sure you'll agree the Sony A9 is a very exciting bit of kit, and we're good to have it in here in Castle Cameras. We've got very limited stock, so if you want to get one of these, then either come in store, go on the website, or you can give us a call here at the store and we can reserve you yours now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.